In an interesting turn of events, Wizards of the Coast has made the decision to backpedal on a previous statement they made about Secret Lair universes beyond. And as if that wasn't interesting enough, I also have a bunch of cool magic gear to show you.
Magic.
I am a wizard!
History.
I'm an old wizard!
The Magic Historian.
My bones hurt. Greetings! Owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles, my friends, I hope the day finds you well because we have gathered for another installment of Mega Magic News! So we've got two main things on our agenda today. One is the Secret Lair Universes Beyond update, which is going to be met and has been met with a mixed reaction. Some people are happy, some people are unhappy. The other item on the agenda are really cool magic-related items that I just became aware of and you probably haven't seen either. But we'll save those for the end as our nice little dessert, because the main meat of what we're going to be talking about today is obviously the Secret Lair Universes Beyond update. So, Wizards of the Coast put out a tweet saying the following. Now, obviously, you need to know this was put out on Friday night for it to make sense because it's a TGIF post. So, it says, TGIF, folks. Thank goodness it's F, and then it doesn't say Friday, it says F. Similar to cards from the Stranger Things Secret Lair, cards from the Walking Dead Secret Lair will have in-Magic versions available on the list at a date to be announced. And it says, we've updated our article here. And the article listed is the Secret Lair Universes Beyond update that was released back in June of this year. So they've backpedaled on one of the statements that they made in that article. If you go ahead and take a look at the article, you will see that really what they did was draw a line through one particular part of it and go, just ignore that. So if you didn't already catch it from the tweet, what Wizards of the Coast is doing with the Stranger Things Secret Lair is also what they're going to be doing with the Walking Dead Secret Lair. And this directly contradicts or is a backpedaling from their previous statement. Because when they originally made the statement back in June, that was when they essentially fully announced the concept of Universes Beyond. Until then, it was somewhat nebulous. In-house, they at least kind of knew about it because the Walking Dead Secret Lair has the particular triangular hologram down at the bottom. So that is a marker for Universes Beyond. Now, when they announced the fuller, more wide concept of Universes Beyond, they said that everything going forwards for Universes Beyond in terms of secret layers and stuff like that would be available in regular Magic format. But The Walking Dead would be excluded. So if you think about the Godzilla stuff that we got back in Ikoria, how they had like Godzilla versions of cards and regular Magic versions of cards. So you'd have like a Godzilla card and then you'd have Yadaro in the Magic world. So essentially it's like an alternate IP skin versus a Magic skin. Does it feel like it fits in the world of Magic the Gathering? So with the Stranger Things Secret Lair, they said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Magic card versions, or essentially like in-universe versions of the Stranger Things cards into New Capenna set boosters. So how it works is when you buy set boosters of New Capenna, 1 out of every 8 of those booster packs should have a Stranger Things card in it, but not done in the Stranger Things style. So instead of having these little kids from a television show, you would have them make whatever character. You know what I mean? Like they could end up making the adult sheriff from the show into like a soldier or a knight or something like that, right? And obviously you've got characters like this Will the Wizard or whatever. It's like you just turn them into another wizard. So it's pretty easy to do this sort of overlap. But they weren't going to do it for The Walking Dead. They specifically said it was the only thing that was going to be excluded. Now, The Walking Dead caused a huge uproar when it came out, and actually may have been part of the reason Wizards felt the need to come out and say, here's what we're doing with Universes Beyond, because people got very, very, very angry. You guys may remember that's when the Captain format was born, where it was basically like, this is, you can use everything you use in Commander except for functionally unique secret, like limited time secret layer cards. So they're saying now, going forward, we will be getting the Walking Dead cards redone as proper Magic concepts, but they're not telling us exactly when that's going to happen. So for the reaction that people are having, some people are obviously very happy about this because they don't want cards that fall outside of the traditional style of Magic the Gathering and trend into different IPs. They don't want those in their collection, right? They don't want to play with them. They don't want to play against them. Now, I'm not quite that hard line. I fall somewhere in between where I really like things to be swords and sorcery style Magic the Gathering. But the truth is, underneath it all, the thing I value the most about Magic is gameplay. So flavor, lore, and everything, it comes down here under gameplay, which means I'm willing to have things like the Walking Dead cards in my cube, but would prefer to have the Magic regular style versions as opposed to the different IP versions. So for me, I can settle with either, but there are a bunch of people who are literally like, bro, if anybody plays these cards against me, I'm gonna flip the table and I'm gonna flip out. So for these people, they're gonna be mollified by being able to get regular variations of these cards, which should lead to less frustration. And on the other side of it, the people who are angry about this are the ones who were essentially saying that the Walking Dead Secret Lair was like a pseudo reserved list item, where they basically said, Wizards of the Coast is never going to reprint this, so buy a bunch in speculation. But with all speculation, there is a level of risk, right? So in this case, they're ultimately going to see a hit to the value of those secret layers because you'll be able to get other copies of these cards in another way. So it remains to be seen how much of a supply of these secret layer Universe Beyond cards make it out there. But now with this change, it means that there won't be any Universe Beyond cards made, at least so far, that won't be available through booster packs. We'll see how things go in the future. But ultimately, this is a case of Wizards of the Coast seeing how frustrated people were and how much this has come up, because it's come up time and again, where they finally said, you know what, let's find a way to slot these in. It's going to be profitable for us. It'll make this segment of the customer base happier as well. And I really do think it is one of those indicators that Wizards of the Coast is paying attention to Commander more than ever, because it seems like they want all their secret layers to be playable in formats like Commander. That's why you won't see any silver bordered secret layers. And so this feeds into that as well, where you want to keep your Commander players happy and make everything accessible to them. So ultimately, this backpedaling is pretty much a win across the board. The only one who's going to be hurt by this are the speculators. And I mean, you put your money at risk. That's how it works. Nothing's guaranteed. So it's like you win some, you lose some. Not that big a deal. Now let us move on to the excitement of magical items. The first thing I'm going to put up on the screen is a bag of M&M's Smarties style candies, but you'll notice that they have the Dungeons and Dragons ampersand symbol stamped on them, as well as the Planeswalker symbol. These are Adventures in the Forgotten Realm candies, and they were made in all 5 different colors. I had no idea these existed until today, and when I saw them, I'm like, this is neat. And then it kind of took me down the rabbit hole of, all right, there's got to be some other cool stuff I haven't seen. So next up, take a look at these bottles of pop. Never saw this before either. Jones Cane Sugar Soda. Look at that. That is Beholder Berry Soda on the left there. And the flavor is Foo Berry. Never heard of it. Don't know what that is. Don't know where this is from. But I want a bottle of Foo Berry Soda Beholder Berry. It looks awesome, right? And then there's a Drizzt. There is a Drizzt Jones Sugar as well. It's Mist Soda. I want them both, man. I wonder what they taste like. So that was a pretty big surprise to me. But there's another Dungeons and Dragons. Check this out. This is just a little reusable, like those red drinking cups. Same kind of concept. But this one is black with the Dungeons and Dragons ampersand stamped on it. And like I said, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. So those are all Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Those are all related to current times. Let me show you something super rare and super old school. What we have here is a Demonic Tutor and Icy Manipulator shot glasses. And we're talking like way back in the original days of Magic. Tutor and Icy are both from Alpha originally, and these shot glasses, there was only 12 of each of these shot glasses made. I have no idea the production line for the other stuff that we've seen there, but these shot glasses are super duper rare. So I thought this would be a fun little dessert to tack on to the dinner of the announcement from Wizards of the Coast. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Big shout out to all my patrons. Thanks for supporting the channel. And I'll see you guys all in the next video or tonight's live stream.